Hello everyone. Today I thought of sharing with you like 7 signs that you can figure out whether you have a problem in your first chakra or whether you have an imbalance in your first chakra. Okay, what is the first point? If you feel unsafe in your body, like you don't feel at ease with your body, there is a one sign. And that's when we disassociate with our body and we just go into our mind and sometimes even fantasies. And I've noticed people who have like mental disturbances, they just constantly disassociate with their body and go move towards this fantasies or the mind created reality. So this is a one sign that you can identify whether do you feel that you don't feel so much at ease in your body. So you just live up here. You don't come down to your body because mostly why people feel so much at unease with their bodies because there's much emotions which is residing in our body. So when these are not being released by feeling them, they stay stuck in your body. So that makes someone not feel safe in order to come to their body. So it's better that they just stay in fantasies or in their mind, which is they stay up here, which they don't come down to the body. And I find this is a huge problem that people are facing where they are constantly moving towards the fantasies or creation of the mind, which is not the real reality, not grounded in the reality. Second one is you have constant health challenges in your life. That is also one indication that you have a problem in first chakra. You're constantly getting sick again and again and again. So that is also one indication that you have a problem in your first chakra. And then the next one is if you feel that you hate doing any movement with your body, like for example, if you feel like you hate doing a workout or exercise or yoga, anything which involves like moving your body, that is also one indication. That is something to do with our first chakra. So first chakra is our root chakra, and then this normally governs our prosperity, safety, survival, money. All these things are being governed by this first chakra. And mainly this chakra is being blocked by fear. So as I said previously, if you feel like you don't feel like working out or do anything, move in your body, that is also one indication that you have a problem in your first chakra. The next one is if you struggle with food, diet, or weight issues, that is also something to do with our first chakra. And I remember like when I had, like many years back when I went through like binge eating, and I had constant problem with my diet and the weight, and it's constantly fluctuate. And I couldn't really, it wasn't stable. Like it was constant because I was like, that is how I was coping up with my emotions, So like if you have a struggle, especially if you have a condition with binge eating, definitely that is also come under the first chakra. Struggle with food, diet, and weight. And people also, like I've noticed that those who are very prone towards spirituality, sometimes their problems comes with the first three chakras more than the higher chakras. I've seen this like in with many people. So that's why it's very important that we balance both these chakras, not just the higher chakras, but at the same time lower chakra, because that's what gives the foundation. So if you take this root chakra, is what gives you the entire foundation for your life. So that's one thing. If you have constant struggle with the food, diet, and weight, like you cannot keep, like maintain a weight which is constantly fluctuate, that is also one indication. Because I've seen that who goes into binge eating, like they feel like that is a way they feel secure, like that is a way that they feel safe by eating food. Like that is a way that they fulfill their need of security through eating food, but which is not a like a good strategy. And then the next one is if a person doesn't seem to have enough money to live comfortably, they are constantly worrying about money or like survival needs, and they don't feel like they have enough money to go about. Again, that is something to do with the first chakra, because first chakra is what deals with the money, survival, your basic needs, and all that. And sometimes I've seen that truth seekers, the biggest challenge, sometimes they have challenge with money aspect because they want to just repress this side of life. And because I myself have can resonate with that, like there was a time I just completely ignored that money aspect in my life. I was totally focused on spirituality and I didn't want to do anything with money. But that is not a balanced way of living, so it is very extreme way of living. And we need to come in to the reality and say, no, we need a balanced life, not just money, but also both realities, spirituality. So someone is constantly worrying about finance, about money issues, and how they're going to pay their rent or their bills next month. This is also definitely comes under the first chakra. Because this is our root chakra, this is what our foundation is. This is what takes care of all your survival needs. The next thing is if you feel disconnected with the nature and the earth, like that is also one sign that you like have a problem with your first chakra. Like sometimes I've seen with people that they are not like in their lower part of the body. They don't feel their legs. Why? Because they are not grounded. So that's like we need to like the way we are grounded is through our legs, like through our lower part of the body. That's how we connect with the earth. Sometimes I've seen like this lower part and the upper part is disconnected and there's a split. And so it's very important that we are connected with our lower part as well as this. There's no split and it's all one unit. And at the same time connected with the, because if we are not plugged with the earth, how are we going to discharge that excess energy within us? We will have it like once we are charged up, and we also need to discharge the energy. How would we do it? So I've seen that people who are disconnected with the nature earth has real problem with their first chakra. That's where we need a grounding exercise. Emphasize this with my clients to do a grounding exercise every day in the morning. This is very important, very important. And I've seen that people who have mental disturbances in their life, they are so up in the air and very disconnected with the body, earth or nature, and they don't, and also they are very disconnected with the lower part of the body, basically the entire body. So that's why it's important that we connect with the earth, connect with the nature, and like walking barefoot on earth is the best thing that you can do for the first chakra, because you're just plugging yourself to the earth, like you let all energy to discharge, because we are connected with the earth through that. So that is one more sign. And the next sign is if you constantly feel unsafe in your environment, like this insecure feeling, unsafe, that is also one sign that you have problem with first chakra. So I shared you basically this chakra is blocked by fear, insecurities. Basically, it's fear. So when someone has a lot of fear in their life, so this chakra gets blocked. And I've seen people who are very afraid, like has problem trusting life, has problem trusting themselves, have problem trusting other people. One of the biggest statement that I always tell my clients and people who I work with, trust life. And I've seen one of the biggest symptom of a depressed person is that they don't have faith in life. They don't have faith in themselves. They don't have faith in other people. Faith, trust, it just goes hand in hand, like the same word. Like there's a difference, but I mean by the same way. Faith, trust. When I asked them about trusting, there were people who has told me that I don't trust anyone. I mean, that is a very, very I'm sure that when you don't trust anyone, that means you don't have faith in other people, which is in turn saying something about the relationship you have with yourself, which is you don't have faith in yourself. And that's a very sad thing because I see faith and love goes very close together. Faith and love is very, very close. It's like almost identical. So a person who doesn't have faith, that means they have a that means they don't have love in their life. One more observation I've seen in people's life is a person who has a lot of fear, they have very, very less, a very little love in their life. It's like inverse relationship. Chakra is about that trust, faith in life, faith in yourself. What is the opposite of the fear is faith in yourself, faith in other people, faith in life. This is not to say that you trust naively other people or not that way, but you have faith in your heart that everything is going to be all right. That your needs will be taken care of, that you have faith in life. You can just ponder on this, why did I say the faith and love goes very close together? That's very true. You can see for yourself. So this is about the root chakra and 7 signs that you can find out whether you have problem with the root chakra. This is a chakra that I had to work on myself. I hope you received value from this video, and I will share more about root chakra and how to heal that in your life. Thank you.